Stick around to the end of the video to see how my net worth went up over $100,000 this month. What's going on, everybody? My name is Christian Robert. On this channel we talk stocks, personal finance, and wealth building. And before we dive right into this video, make sure that if you haven't already, you subscribe and like the video. And a shout out to all the new subscribers to the channel. Welcome. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content, but let's just dive right into this. So if you're new to the channel, what we do here is we go over all of my liabilities and my assets, and then we calculate my net worth at the end of the video. I will link down in the description my previous update video if you want some more context. But getting into my liabilities, we have my American Express card sitting at $870, previously at $750. Art Van, $1,230, previously at $1,300. Gardner White at $25.35, previously at $26. And then actually a big change that I have not said yet was that before or about a week ago, I got a new credit card for the intent of a balance transfer. And that was because my largest credit card was PNC, and I had roughly $5,000 and some dollars owed on it. And so I got a Citi double cash card, which was a card that I wanted anyways, but they only approved me for $2,500, so I transferred that amount over to Citi, and that will be interest free for 18 months. So now I am very aggressively going to pay this PNC credit card off. It's been a big headache in my life, and I am aiming to pay this off in under 10 weeks. That is the big summer goal for myself. This amount, or this credit card being paid off, frees up a lot of cash flow for me. And I really am dialed in on paying debt down right now. I'm still investing a few dollars a week, but right now the big premise is paying down debt. And so that is why you are seeing this new card here. So $27.72 left on PNC, $24.89 on the Citi card. I recently paid off my car. I'm still including it for right now. But the total consumer debt is sitting at $9,896. Previous was $9,450. So it was a little bit of a rough month, but in the last 2 weeks I really figured out what my goal was. I was trying to figure out the best way to start attacking this. A lot of people were recommending the debt snowball, which is basically going from your least amount owed to your most. So that would mean I would start with my American Express, pay that off ASAP, then work towards Art Van, Gardner White, etc. But the top three are interest free, and now the Citi is interest free. So the only credit card I am currently paying interest on is PNC, hence why I am focused primarily on this right now. I'm just going to be paying the minimum balances on the rest. And once this PNC is out of the way, then I might transition into the debt snowball. Comment down below what you guys think of that plan. I'd love to hear your opinions. But yeah, so that's it for the consumer debt. Next we have my home, which I currently owe $157,900. So if you add all of my liabilities, I owe $167,796. That is a yearly decrease of $14,372. So as much as I've been struggling, I'm still making great progress since my first net worth video in January. So that's something to keep in mind. And yeah, I started at $182,000, so we're slowly working our way down out of this debt. And let's next dive into the asset slide. Next, we will get into my assets. Now, this is mostly my investment accounts, But starting with Acorns, if you have been following the channel, I recently closed out that account, so I no longer have this. I have my M1 Finance, which is sitting at $419. Silver we keep flat at $250 because I have a few coins here and there, but we're just going to keep it flat so I don't have to constantly look up the value. It should be roughly the same month over month anyways. Lending Club, I'm in the process of draining this account because I do not enjoy this platform anymore. So I am sitting at $469. That is a decrease of $200 or so from the previous month. Next we have Robinhood. I'm sitting at $4,292. I started the year at $3,212. So as terrible of a month I am having in this account, I am still up over $1,000, $1,080 to be exact. But yeah, it's been an absolute bloodbath, especially with Tesla. But if you follow my Robinhood series, you know that I am perfectly okay with all these prices dropping. Next, we have my main dividend portfolio with TD Ameritrade. I am back under $50,000, which is perfectly okay also, sitting at $49,702. I started the year at $42,306. That is an increase of $7,396. Now, obviously, this is not just profits. This is from consistently adding amounts every single week. I don't believe I've ever missed a week where I've added at least $50 or so. That's something I'm very proud of. I'm very, very, very consistent with adding. Some weeks I add more than others, but I'm always making sure that I at least deposit something into this account every week. Next, we have my cash savings sitting at roughly $1,119. The car is at $7,400, and this is where things have really gotten crazy. The house, I'm just going to show the where I pulled it up. So as you can see, in the last 30 days, my house has gone up in value 43% or $142,000. Now, if you don't follow the channel, you should probably watch a couple of my previous videos. I recently moved into a new house that I built myself. We moved in November, and so with Zillow, since it was not an existing house, there was no stats or information regarding the house. So I've been a little inaccurate on the listing because I had to basically manually create a listing for my house. And so if you've been following this series specifically, every month I kind of complain about how I didn't think that the Zestimate was very accurate because it was like in the low to mid $300 or $300,000 range. And so after taking a closer look, I realized that, like I said, a lot of my information was inaccurate. I wasn't putting any of the details or specs in it, so I corrected everything, and now I think it's a little overvalued or overpriced, but I'm not going to touch it anymore. I corrected it to the best of my ability. It's just a big increase, so it's probably going to throw a lot of people off. But if I were to sell my house, I'm confident I would get at least $390,000, $400,000 today, but this is what it's showing, so we're just going to stick with it. Maybe since it's peak season, it's taken this big increase, and maybe next month or next couple of months it'll drop back down a good chunk. We will just have to keep following and tracking it. But I wanted to explain that a little bit because it's a big change. So The house is sitting at $474,814, bringing my total assets to $538,465. I started the year at $414,295. So starting from the year, that is an increase of $124,170. Now, if we go into my final slide, net worth. So to calculate net worth, you take your assets minus liabilities. So my assets minus liabilities, my new net worth is sitting at $370,669. That is an increase of the year of $136,550 or $543. So, obviously that house value really threw a curveball, but we're just going to keep tracking consistently. And obviously we will not have any more substantial jumps like that unless one of my stocks takes off or something like that. But, everything as of now is very accurately, accounted for. So lastly, we will just get into some of my goals that I track every month. One of my big goals is that I want a $1 million net worth by the age of 35. So if you do the math, I'm at 37% of the way there. A little context, I'm currently 27 years old, so that puts me with an 8-year timeline. So it's a bit advantageous, but I think it's manageable if I'm consistent, especially if I focus the rest of this year on really attacking debt, because that is a lot of money that could be going into these investments. So I'm excited to just get some of this debt taken or debt cleared and get back to investing. Next, I have a 2.2 million net worth goal by the age of 50. Currently, I'm at 16.84% of the way there, and I didn't even fill this out. I didn't realize that. Last goal was I would like to see roughly a $1,000 consistent monthly dividend by 32, and this is still a new, I'm still new at tracking this, so from the 5 or so months that I've been tracking dividends, I would say that I'm roughly 20% of the way there, give or take a few percent, but once we start doing more of my dividend updates, we will get a better percentage or a better number on this. So I believe I'm bringing in over $200 this month. Next month, I'm fairly confident it'll be over 200. So, I'm trying to find a balance to accurately measure this. But yeah, that's my net worth update. Comment down below what you guys think. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. And I will see you guys in the next one.